Hey, my dear friends, let's come down. Lie down on your mat. Extend your body. All the way from your toes up to your fingertips. Enjoy the cracking sounds if there are any. And keep stretching. Then wiggle your fingers and toes while your scrap is stretching. And then with the next deep inhale, stop moving your toes and fingers. Give yourself a bigger stretch. Go into a hollow back, pulling your shoulder blades down, allowing your chest to open even more. And with the next exhale, simply allow your body to release down onto the mat. Allow your arms to come down next to your body, palms facing up like in Shavasana. And allow your entire body to release whatever it doesn't use or need anymore. Exhaling deeply, allowing your body to drop into the mat more and more with each and every exhale. Maybe visualize everything that you don't need anymore seeping out of your body into the mat, into the center of the earth. Until the last drop of that has left your body and has been soaked up by the earth. And then take a deep inhale through your nose and exhale sharply out of your open mouth. Twice more. And again. And then inhale through your nose, stretch your arms over your head. Exhale your arms down, place your right hand onto your lower belly, your left hand onto your heart. And return to your natural breathing rhythm. Bend your knees, place your feet about hip distance apart, and gently sway your knees from side to side. Lightly tuck your chin down towards your chest so that your neck is nice and flush with the mat. With your next inhale, I'd like you to inflate your belly. Then pull that breath up past your diaphragm into your chest. Allow your chest to inflate. And pull that breath up all the way through your throat, past your third eye, up to your crown. And then while you slowly exhale, stop moving your legs from side to side. Allow that exhale to flow from your crown, past your third eye, down your throat, into your heart, diaphragm, and belly. Contract your perineum. Release the perineum and then take your right hand, place it on your left hand. Deep inhale. And perhaps a smile will spread on your face, connecting with something beautiful that pops into your mind or heart. And then exhaling, releasing your hands down, curling your knees towards your chest, and hug those towards your body. Right at the end of your exhale, I'd like you to retract your perineum, rotate your ankles in both directions. And then roll over onto your favorite side. Stay there for 2 breaths. And then come up onto into a comfortable seated position. Place your feet in such a way that it feels comfortable to you. And gently, if you are in half lotus or lotus or modified lotus with your feet in front of each other, Simply hold on to that front foot. Pull your shoulders down, shoulder blades down towards your sit bones, and pull yourself forward, taking your elbows close to your chest and to your ribs. Feeling the stretch over your glutes. Return back, sitting onto your glutes. Change the alignment of your legs, taking the other foot to the front, again holding on to that ankle or foot, lower shin, or even your knee. Inhale, grow tall, pulling your shoulder blades down and then pulling yourself forward. Feeling that stretch in the glute of your front leg. Me, it's my right leg, so it would be in the right glute. Pushing your lower ribs forward. And then slowly coming back, stretch out those feet. Flex those feet, move the muscles away from your sit bones. Inhale, take your arms up and align those upper arms with your ears. Fingers are splayed, your legs are beautifully engaged. And with the exhale, be gentle with yourself. Simply push your upper body forward. And I don't mean rounding your shoulders, keeping those arms next to your ears or even behind your ears to prevent yourself from rounding your upper back. Push them forward. And be gentle and mindful. Okay? At the end of the class, we're going to do the same just to see whether we actually managed to stretch those hamstrings. You might feel a slight contraction of your lower back muscles, which is okay. Another 3, 2, 1, and lower those hands down. And you'll see the minute you lower your hands down, your shoulders will round perfectly fine. Walk those hands forward. If you feel it in your lower back, pull your belly button back towards your spine. And then drop your neck and head down and really become heavy and round with your body. And then release the hold you have on your legs, your feet, your toes, coming into a very relaxed Paschimottanasana, which is the seated hold pose. Put your chin down towards your chest. If this is too much for you today, allow your knees to be bent, which automatically releases any pull that you have in your lower back and in your hamstrings. Never forget to be nice to yourself. Kind to yourself. Beautiful. Allow your upper body to release down. Release the tension in the back of your neck. And where the neck reaches your shoulder girdle, perhaps between your shoulder blades. Stay here for another 3 breaths. Really release that head down, forehead down to your knees. 2 more. Last one. With the next inhale, allow that gaze to come to your toes. Try to stretch those legs if at all possible. Flex those feet and slowly come on back into upright seated position. And put your legs into such a position that it feels comfortable to you. Rotating your shoulders. Beautiful. If you can, come into a modified lotus. Inhale, we grow long. Simply pulling those shoulders up. With exhale, just move those shoulder blades down, keeping your arms engaged, your elbows nice and straight, your fingers flexed. We do 3 more. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, pull those shoulder blades down. Travel inward with your attention and up. You should feel this beautiful stretch in your diaphragm. Exhale down. It feels so beautiful. We're going to do 1 more. Inhale up. Reaching up. Exhale down. And then release those hands down. Arms down, horizontal. Pull the thumbs in, curl those fingers around. Your arms are beautifully extended. Shoulder blades are pulling down in the back. And then curl the knuckles towards your ears. Should feel the stretch on the back of your hands, across your wrists, perhaps all the way into your elbows. Be gentle. Keep the arms straight. And then release, open the fists, turn the hands down, do the same now. Curl your thumbs in, fingers around the thumbs, and then pull those knuckles towards your ribs. Deep breaths into your chest area, expanding the ribs. And when you're exhaling, slightly pull those ribs together. Another 3, 2, 1, release. Open those fingers, wriggle the toes. With the next inhale, palms up, reach the fingers, tips up, exhale, move the arms behind your ribs. And don't go into a hollow back. Tuck that tailbone under your belly button, back arms go behind your ears. Open your chest. Feel the shoulder blades squeezing together. And with the next inhale, come forward, exhale your arms down, rotate your shoulders. Good. Come into tabletop. And always check in, whatever feels good to you. Slightly sway your hips from side to side, move your shoulders up to your ears. I know normally I say do the opposite. Just bear with me. Very good. Your fingers are splayed. Your wrists are under your shoulders. Keeping those shoulders up where your ears are, slowly swaying your hips from side to side. And come to center, pull those shoulders back. So you can actually feel the difference. Curl the belly button back. Look down towards the tip of your nose and simply push those hands into the mat. I like you to feel that stretch. Push the fingertips down into the mat, and you might actually feel that muscle action or contraction going on in your tricep. You're just floating through asanas, going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 28 asanas in 60 minutes, and it's fine, but actually feeling what you're doing is even better. Very good. With the next exhale, come into a cat pose. Splay those shoulder blades apart. Tuck your chin down, tailbone under. You automatically feel your belly muscles contracting, curling those ribs under. Stay there, tuck your toes under, giving the soles of your feet a beautiful stretch. Put your heels back. Another 3, 2, 1. With the next inhale, lift those knees. Contract your inner thigh muscles. Gently sway forward and back. The gentle movement. You're still in a modified cat pose. Your back is still slightly round. Your tailbone is curled under. I'm going to hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay like that and slowly come into a neutral spine. Okay? With the knees floating. Doing condensed yoga today. Hold it if you can. Bear with me, you're doing amazingly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees down, lower your feet down, and come into a child's pose. Resting your glutes on your heels, forehead goes down, arms are stretched out, fingers are splayed, and you're rooting down to the palm of your hand. Consciously release through the palm of your hand. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. And use those breaths, the inhales, to extend your arms. Feeling that stretch from your sit bones along your spine into your fingertips. And on the exhale, allow that entire stretch to soften, relax. Hands glide slightly backwards. We do two more, stretching on the inhale. And softening, releasing on the exhale. Last time, stretching, lengthening on the inhale. And softening, releasing on the exhale. On the next inhale, allow your forehead to come off the mat, gaze forward, come back into a tabletop. Turn your wrists so that your fingertips point backwards towards your knees. Ensure that your wrists are under your shoulders, pinkies are touching. And simply push the palms into the mat, pulling your shoulders backwards. That already should give you a beautiful stretch. From the palm of your hands into your wrists and all the way up into the eye of your elbow. If this is enough of a stretch, you stay there. If you can take it a step further, exhale your glutes backwards. Inhale, come forward. Exhale your glutes backwards. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, time coming back. And stay back there, enjoying the stretch. Inhale, come forward. And with the next exhale, I'd like you to sit down onto your heels, rolling over the palm of your hands and fingers, and just releasing your hands into your lap and just sit there. Take a deep inhale through your nose and exhale through your open mouth. Again, inhale through your nose. Exhale through your open mouth, release. And last time, inhale through your nose. Exhale through your open mouth. With your next inhale, open your eyes if you have them closed, wiggle your fingers, rotate your wrists in both directions, and come back into a tabletop. Taking your hands further to the short side of your mat, and then exhaling your heels back, your glutes back to your heels, coming into puppy pose, allowing your chest to sink down, keeping your eyes open, chin goes down towards your mat. You'll feel the stretch in your chest area, shoulder blade area, and release. Ensure that you keep your eyes open no matter where your face is looking. Stay there for 3 breaths. Last inhale here. With the next inhale, slowly come on up, curling your tailbone under, come straight into a cat pose, pushing those shoulder blades apart and up towards the ceiling, tucking your chin down, tailbone under. With your next inhale, come into a neutral tabletop, taking one hand under your center line, pushing the hand into the mat, the other arm extends out. On the exhale, opening your chest, reaching your fingertips up towards the ceiling. And exhale, soften slightly. 2 more breaths, inhale up. Just simply lengthen your gaze, follows your arm. Exhale, soften. Last inhale up. And then exhale, take the hand down, place it in the center line, and repeat on the other side. It's that center hand in the center line, other arm goes out to the side, exhale, twist open. And then push your mat hand into the floor. Other fingertips, floating fingertips go up towards the ceiling, lengthen in a diagonal. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lengthen last time. And exhale, come on down. Be in a neutral spine or come into cat pose, whatever works for you. If you're in a neutral spine, sway your hips from side to side. With the next exhale, I'd like you to simply drop your chest down, coming all back and come into a cow pose. If you can, pull the back of your head towards your shoulder blades, squeezing those shoulder blades together, and allow those sit bones to look up towards the ceiling. Stay there. Another 2, 1, and slowly push into a neutral spine. Give your entire body a bit of a wiggle or shake or a wobble, whatever rocks your boat today. And take that your hands slightly forward, tuck your toes under, come into plank. If plank is not yours today, drop your knees, drop your elbows down, make it as comfortable for you as possible. If anything ever gets too much, go into child's pose and rest. And we're simply going to stay here for 5, 4, 3, sure your shoulder blades are pulling down. 1. I missed the number there, so let's hold for 2, 1. Beautiful. Lift your left leg and place it behind your right one. Open up into lying triangle. So your legs are rather far apart. Your mat hand is pushing into the mat or your mat elbow. You could lower your front knee, that works. And then we're going to come back into the middle, into plank, and transition over to the other side. Lift your right leg, place it far behind your left one, and open. That hand pushing into that mat, and lower your fingertips, reaching up. Again, lower your front knee down, come down onto your elbow of your mat, and then come back into plank. Lower your knees down, come to child's pose. Take your arms alongside your thighs. Allow your shoulders to become heavy and sink down towards the mat. And stay here for 2 deep inhales. Allow your boots to sink onto your heels if at all possible. One more inhale here. With your next inhale, take your hands forward and walk back into plank. Lower your knees down, lower your feet down, come down into chaturanga and lie down. Place your forehead down onto the mat. Release the tension you're holding in your shoulders. Keeping those elbows close to your ribs. With your next inhale, rotate the shoulders backwards and lift your chest and come into a small cobra. Your legs are engaged, your toes are pointed. And with your exhale, release down. Release the tension and hold you up in your shoulders, but keep the elbows close to your ribs. Twice more. Inhale. Take your shoulders backwards, opening your chest. And exhaling down. Release your shoulders, keep your elbows close. Next inhale, take your shoulders backwards and come up. Cobra. Gaze to the tip of your nose or down to your mat. Exhale down. And release those shoulders, keep your elbows closed. For the next one, we're going to come up. Inhale, rotate your shoulders backwards. Come on up into the cobra. Lift onto your knees, tuck your toes, and come up into your first downward facing dog. Be gentle with your body. Walk that dog. Alternate your heels coming off the mat. Take your hips, knees, shoulders, head, whatever you can. Take them along onto that walk. And enjoy, breathe with your walking dog, splaying those fingers, rotating your upper arms outward, allowing your elbows to look backwards down towards your mat, pushing the shoulders away backwards, then pushing your hips far away from your shoulders, getting length into that upper body, keeping your feet hip distance apart. Enjoy that stretch. Be as slow or as fast as your dog wants to be walked today. So always be kind. And come to a resting pose in your downward facing dog. You should feel that stretch from your heels all the way the backside of your body into your glutes, along your upper body into your fingertips. Release that neck and head, give it a bit of a shake and then wobble. It does not matter whether your heels are on the ground or whether your legs are straight. Feel the stretch. Your gaze goes towards your thighs or your belly button, releasing any tension you're holding in your neck. With your next inhale, release your left foot up towards the ceiling, stretching that standing or your mat foot into the mat. Floating toes reach up, chest is closed. Beautiful. Just enjoy that stretch of the inner thighs, and it does not matter how high you can lift your floating foot. With your next inhale, look forward and bend that floating knee, come forward into a three-legged plank. Pointing those toes, your mat hands are pushing your chest away from the mat. And then release it, floating foot up towards the ceiling. With that inhale, stretch. Exhale, that floating foot down onto the mat. Walk the dog. Shake out that dog. 3, 2, 1. And rise. Stillness in that dog. With the next inhale, release the right foot up towards the ceiling. Again, allow that chest to sink down towards your standing legs. Floating toes go far up towards the ceiling. Standing or mat foot is pushing into the mat. Feel those inner thighs length. Beautiful. With the next inhale, bend that standing or floating knee, come forward into a three-legged plank. And then exhale that foot up towards the ceiling. Inhale, grow long. And then exhale that floating foot down onto the mat and walk the dog. Shake it out. Lift all 10 toes off the mat, feeling your shin muscles engaging. Allow your chest to sink further down towards your thighs. And with your next exhale, release those toes down onto the mat. With the next inhale, then lift those heels. And allow the chest to sink back towards those soft thighs again in case it moves. And then exhale the heels down. Bend your knees, inhale, look forward and slowly walk towards your hands. Taking your feet a bit more than hip distance apart, and with the next exhale, allow your chest to sink towards your thighs, coming into a very easy and relaxed forward fold. Bend your knees if necessary, allow the chest to sink down onto your thighs. Have that chin down towards your chest to release your neck muscles. And simply hang there. Either releasing the hands down onto the mat or grabbing your elbows. Grab your elbows, line and swing from side to side. Keep that chin tucked towards your chest so that your neck is not engaged at all. Enjoy that stretch from your heels all the way up into your hamstrings, glutes, lower back, all the way to the top of your head. Depending on whether you're swinging or turning from side to side, you might feel a stretch along your ribs into your shoulder blades and shoulders. Allow your 10 toes to grip firmly onto that mat by moving your upper body slightly forward while you're swinging or simply standing. Stay for another 3, 2, don't forget to breathe. And 1, and come to center and release. Bending your knees gently. With your next inhale, you're going to slowly curl up. And that slowly. Tuck that tailbone under gently and reaching those fingertips up towards the ceiling. Grow tall. Belly button goes back. And then exhale. Bend to the left. Keeping your chest open. Upper shoulder blades pulling back and down. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bend to the right. Chest is open. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, take your hands down in front of your chest. And then come to standing top of your mat. Gonna do a couple of sun salutations with a bit of a twist. So inhale, reach your fingertips up. Use your breath through the asanas. Exhale, come into a forward fold. Inhale, come into a half lift, straight legs straight back. Exhale, take your hands down, step back with your left foot, come into the plank, lower your knees, lower your feet, come down into chaturanga, elbows close, lie down, foot down. Inhale, shoulders back, into cobra. Tuck your toes under, over your knees, come into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, step your right foot forward, drop your left knee down, come into a low lunge, drop your hips down. Arms are up. If you notice that your front knee is further than your ankle, simply walk your foot forward or move your back backwards. Tuck your tailbone under. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, twist to one side. Arms face away from you. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, come back to center. Repeat one more time on each side. Exhale, twist. Arms are on shoulder level. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands down. Tuck your back foot under. Stretch that leg. Now, allow your back foot to shimmy on backwards. Drop down, and you'll feel the stretch in the hip flexor of your extended leg. And either stay there, keep your chest nice and open, or take your hands down and arms down onto your elbows. Make sure that that front foot's inner arch is pushing down onto the mat. And slowly come on up onto your hands again if you were on your elbows. And then tuck that front leg down in front of you, coming into pigeon. Your right foot, which is in the front, if you have the left foot in front, doesn't matter. The front foot, the heel is pushing into your hip flexor. Relax your extended top foot down. Place your fingertips onto the mat and come into a slight back bend. If you feel any discomfort in your front bend knee, flex your foot. Look over your shoulder so that you can see that your extended heel is pushing up towards the ceiling. And then with the next exhale, come on down as far down as you want to. You should feel the stretch in that bent legs, outer thighs, outer glutes, maybe even into the glutes. If lying down is not yours today, simply rest the upper weight on your hands or fingertips. And then stay in whatever position works for you today for 3 breaths. Ensuring that your pelvis is flat, so both your hip bones are pushing down, forward, horizontally. Don't rest onto that bent thigh. You can feel the stretch in that bent thigh. Gently press that extended legs, hip down towards your heel. Then you'll definitely feel the stretch in your glutes. With your next inhale, slowly coming back up into a slight back bend. Curl the toes under, extend the leg, lift the knee, coming back up, and move back into a downward facing dog. Walk that dog, shake it out. And then come to stillness. With your next inhale, bend your knees, look forward, help yourself towards your hands, coming into half lift. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, inhale, come to standing. Exhale, hands down. To the other side, inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down, step back with your right foot coming to plank, lower your knees, lower your feet, and down into chaturanga. Forehead down. Inhale, shoulders back, cobra. Tuck your toes under, come into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, take your left foot forward, drop your right knee down, right foot down, shimmy on back, arms come up into warrior one. Drop that pelvis down, feel the stretch in your right hip flexor now, or on the other hip flexor, whichever leg you had back before. Ensure again that the front knee is above your front ankle, tuck your tailbone under, drop down. Enjoy that stretch. A lot of lower back issues come from shortened hip flexors, so that's why we're stretching the hip flexors. With the next inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist to one side, keeping your arms extended, shoulder height, palms facing away from you. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, center. One more time on each side. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, take your hands down onto the mat. Curl your toes under and stretch them. Now, bring your mat hands down. Both your hands are on the inside of your foot. Lower that pelvis down, open your chest. And here again, if you feel like you can come down onto your elbows, do so. You'll feel the stretch in the hamstring or the back of your thigh or your bent leg. You'll feel it in your psoas or your extended leg. Ensure that you push the inner arch of your front foot down into the mat. And enjoy. Hold. That extended heel is pushing back. And then come back onto your hands. Bend that front leg under your body. Heel is pushing into that extended hip flexor. The back leg is moving backwards, or extended leg is moving backwards. Look over the shoulder. Make sure that that heel is looking up towards the ceiling. And then lift your weight off that bent thigh. You're not resting on it. You'll feel that you lose all the tension, you lose all the stretch. So come on up, and basically what you're doing, you're floating. Okay. And then either stay there, slightly tuck your tailbone under, coming to a slight back bend. And then allow your chest to stay open. Crown is moving up towards the ceiling, staying there, shoulder blades pulling down. Or fold your upper body down towards the mat. In whatever position you have chosen, stay there for 3 breaths. Enjoy that stretch that you feel in the outer thigh, glutes of your bent leg. Feeling discomfort in that bent knee, flex the toes and the ankle that is pushing into the extended psoas. Hip flex. And with the next inhale, slowly coming back up. Pulling your shoulders away from your ears, come into a slight back bend. Release, place the palms of your hands onto the mat, tuck your toes under of the extended foot. Come up and slowly come into downward facing dog. Walk that dog gently. Always check in with your knees or your entire body to feel, to see whether what you're doing or what you're asking your body is actually okay with your body. Take it slow, taking your shoulders and head along. Let's do another 3, 2, 1, and come to stillness. Lift your 10 toes, playing those fingers, rotating those upper arms a tad bit more, feeling that beautiful translation of your shoulders, lower the toes down, lift your heels. And exhale those heels down, inhale, bend your knees, look forward, almost step towards your hands. Coming into a half split, pull the shoulder blades backwards. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, inhale, come all the way up into standing. Roll tall, exhale your hands down in front of your chest. Beautiful. Cross your ankles and sit down. Don't get too comfortable. Push the outer edges of your feet into the mat and come up again. Use your hands if necessary. And then uncross and recross with the other foot in front. Sit down again. Push the outer edges of your feet into the mat. Stand up and come into goddess. Make sure that your heels are not too far apart so that you can lift both your heels. Adjust if necessary. Take your hands into cactus and lift both your heels. Your chest is open. Beautiful. Exhale, bend to one side. Keeping those arms at the same angle. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bend to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Drop those heels, drop those hands down, pushing to the inside of your knee. Twist your chest and look up to the ceiling. And by pressing your hand onto the inside of your knee, you should feel a beautiful stretch just on your inner thigh. And then come to center and change sides. Inhale, center. Walk your feet a bit closer together and come down into Malasana. Adjust your feet that it works for you. Place your right hand on the outside of your right foot. Fingers are facing or pointing towards your heels. Your upper arm is pressing against the inside of your thigh. Release the other hand up towards the ceiling, opening your chest. So you're opening the chest and reaching the fingertips up at the same time, growing tall on a diagonal. You're gazing up towards the ceiling, and either stay there or come into a bind. Your hands are grabbing each other behind your body. Turn around and show me. Either we stretch out, or we're turning the palms away from ourselves and grabbing hold of the hand, turning the upper shoulder backwards, twisting and opening at the same time. And then slowly release. Come back to center. Face you again, come into a traditional malasana, gently pressing those knees out and sitting as tall as you can. Turn your attention inward. Allow that smile to form on your face. And with the next inhale, open your eyes and place your left hand next to your left foot. Fingers are pointing backwards. And inhale that right arm up towards the ceiling, opening your chest and lengthening at the same time. Again, the same thing on this side, either stay like this or come into that bind, grabbing hold of your hands and twisting your chest open. Slowly release and come back to Malasana. Again, be gentle with that lower back of yours. There's no need to push those upper arms into your inner thighs. Close your eyes and allow your attention to travel inward. Scan your body from the soles of your feet to the top of your head. If you encounter any discomfort, allow your breath to travel there. Releasing with the exhale. With the next inhale, open your eyes, you release the hold, wriggle your fingers, and sit down onto your mat. Shake out those legs, move the muscles away from your glutes. Flex those feet. Extend the arms up towards the ceiling, fingertips reaching up, fingers are splayed, arms are hugging your ears. And let's exhale forward and see whether you notice any difference. It's going to be minimal. And then drop those fingertips down onto the ground. If you need to bend your knees, do so. Allow your shoulders to grow round. Allow your entire upper body to grow round. And then allow that forehead to sink down towards your legs. Release the hold you have on your legs and feet. And fold forward. If this is too much of a strain on your lower back, pull your belly button back towards your spine and or bend your knees. Release. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Three more. Last one. With the next inhale, slowly allow your gaze to come towards your now flexed feet again. Engage your legs and slowly come back into upright seated position. Rotate your shoulders in both directions. Bend your knees slightly. Grab hold of those knees and gently allow your back to go down onto the mat. Take your knees along and hug them to your chest, keeping those knees hip distance apart, hugging your chin down towards your chest, rotate your ankles in both directions. Your knees close together and curl yourself into a small ball, pointing those toes. Shoulders pulled away from the ears. And then release that small ball. Bending those knees. Keeping them about close enough so that you can touch your heels with the tip of your fingers. Big toes are facing each other. Arms are close to your thighs. Your body, palms facing down. With the next inhale, I'd like you to tilt your pelvis under and slowly roll on up. Roll that spine off the mat, all the way up to your shoulder blades. Close your eyes so that you do not look left or right. Stay there. The knees are pushing towards each other. Soles of your feet are pushing into the mat. Release the glutes. With your next inhale, curl your upper arms and shoulders under. If you can, interlace your fingers and push your entire front side of your body up towards the ceiling. Outer edges of your arms and hands are pushing into the mat to give yourself a bit of leverage to push up a bit more. Keep the knees close, eyes closed. Release the hands, uncurl your shoulders and upper arms. Lower your spine down slowly and hug your knees towards your chest. Exhale the feet down again. And then take your elbows really close to your ribs. Place the feet down again. We're going to go into plow pose. So knees come to chest. Lift your glutes off your mat. Extend the toes up towards the ceiling. And here, the closer your elbows are together, the more weight they can bear. Okay? Don't look left or right anymore. And try to get as much weight of your body off your back onto your shoulder. And then with your next exhale, bend at the hips, lower those feet back onto the floor behind your head. If your toes touch the floor, you can release your hands, interlace your fingers, and again, push the outer edges of your hands and arms into the mat to push your weight off your shoulder blades, onto your shoulders, onto your neck. Either keep your eyes closed or focus your gaze towards the tip of your nose. Engage your thighs. If your toes do not touch the ground, keep your hands pushed against the lower back. Stay there. Enjoy the stretch of your neck. Three, two, one. Slowly place the hands on your lower back again if you've removed them. Bend your knees one after the other, and then keeping those knees bent, move those heels towards your glutes. And then extend one foot after the other up towards the ceiling, moving those feet backwards so you can feel your lower back weight pushing into the palm of your hands. And then bend one knee after the other down again. Curl your knees down towards your forehead. Move the knees out to the outside of your head and squeeze. Release your knees away from your head, lower the hands down, roll down onto the mat, extend your legs onto the mat, lift your glutes, place your hands under your glutes, and then shimmy your elbows under your lower back or upper back. Come into fish pose, resting your weight onto the top of your head. Glutes are resting on your hands. Chest is open up towards the ceiling, and you're pushing your elbows towards each other and into the mat at the same time. So your entire body weight is carried by the top of your head and your elbows. Push those elbows into the mat to open your chest a bit more. So go into the opposite flexion of the cloud pose that we're in before. Then release those hands out, release the head onto the mat again. Extend your entire body from your toes to your fingertips. Tuck your chin down towards your chest. And then slowly curl one knee after the other one back to your chest. Pull them towards your chest. Pull your nose to your knees. And then release everything down onto the mat, stretching yourself out one more time. Inhale, grow long. And then exhale, take your hands next to your body. Bend your knees, place your feet onto the ground, and then gently sway your knees from side to side. And do the same with your head, gently swaying from side to side. Three, two, one. Come to center. Extend those legs out. Turn your palms facing up. Going to take 3 beautiful inhales through the nose, exhale through your low open mouth. Just before we flow into Shavasana. On the inhale, open that chest. Come into a hollow back. And exhale. Push your entire spine into the mat, especially the lower back, tilting the pelvis slightly. And then inhale again. Open that front side. Exhale. Pushing your spine into the ground. Tilting your pelvis slightly, getting that beautiful stretch in your hip flexors. Last one, inhale. Pull it back. Exhale. Push your spine again. Gently tuck your chin down towards your chest. Ensure that you're warm enough. And take as much space as you want on under your arms, your neck. Allow your toes, feet, and ankles, knees and legs to soften. Sink into the mat. Relax. Allow your hips, glutes, and lower back to soften. Sink into the mat. Relax. Allow your belly, your chest, and shoulder blades to soften, sink into the mat. Relax. Allow your shoulders, elbows, arms, and hands to soften, sink into the mat. Relax. Allow your neck, the back of your head, your face, and your throat to soften. Relax. Relax. Allow your entire body to soften, sink into the mat. Relax. With your next inhale, slowly bring your attention back into your body by wiggling your fingers and toes. And taking a deep breath into your belly and moving your arms above your head, give yourself a beautiful stretch. Release that stretch and hug one knee after the other gently and slowly towards your chest. Pulling your neck and shoulder blades down onto the mat. And gently sway from side to side. Activating Ida and Pingala, those two nadis left and right of your spine. And then roll over onto your favorite side and release your entire body into the mat one more time. Letting go of whatever doesn't serve you anymore. And when you're ready, slowly come back up into a comfortable seated position. Place your hands into your lap, left hand on your right. Allow your sit bones to anchor you with a mat, the ground, Mother Earth. Release your inner thighs, your hip flexors, your lower belly. Allow your heart and chest to be open. Allow those shoulders to sink downward away from your ears. Soften your face. And allow your crown to travel up. With your next inhale, take your hands into Anjalina Mudra in front of your heart center. Lower your forehead down towards your fingertips in gratitude for the time and effort you invested in the beautiful being that you are. gentle smile to spread across your face. Allow softness to wash over you. With your next inhale, release that forehead from your fingertips. Move the thumbs up to your forehead. With gratitude and love, I realize who I am. Move those fingertips and thumbs down to your heart. Gratitude and love, I realize who I am, what I have, and what I have to give. And allow that feeling to flood your emotional and physical body. And allow it to travel outward and touch as many people as you'd wish to today and the days to come. To end the class, we'll do 3 Lion's breaths. We inhale through our nose and we exhale loudly out of our open mouth. You can stick out your tongue, growl, whatever floats your boat. And keep your hands in Angelina Mudra, or you can move them out into cactus, playing those fingers as far apart as you can. Let's go. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your open mouth. And again. A last time. Thank you so much for joining today. I wish you an absolutely fantastically beautiful rest of the day. Take care and stay safe.